All right, we're here. The moment you've all been waiting for. We're ready to price the list. All right, so before we price the list, we have to get a list. So I'm going to take you first to Data Tree. Now, this is not a class on Data Tree. I assume you know how to do that. So I'm just going to show you a little bit. This is a list I've already created. So I assume you know how to use the filters and search and create the list you want. Once you have it, just click this export button. And now this is very important. You've got some options here of the template or the format of what the export's going to look like. Make sure you click this one that says Property Characteristics Export. That's the one you want. That's the one that PriceBoss is designed to work with. If you've got the least expensive package at DataTree, that should work. The property detail export may not work, but this one should work. So use that. And just a couple other little tricks I like to do is when I do the export, I like to export it as an XLSX, which is optimized for Excel. And then I usually put upper and lower caps so it looks normal. That way, when I do the mail merge into things like the envelope, if I'm using a windowed envelope, it's not all caps. It looks correct. And then finally, I click the button to remove duplicate owners. I don't see the need to send mail to 15 letters to the same person. I can send one, and if I can get that call, we can talk about all 15. So just XLSX, upper, lower, remove duplicate owners, and then I order it and download it. Now, I'm not going to do that right now because I've already done it. All right, we're now in the green area, which is for lists. So we're going to come to this source tab, which is where we're going to bring the raw data in from DataTree. Now, first thing I'm going to do is I'll bring this over here so you can see it. So this is my Coconino list. Just took a very short list, just wanted a little bit of information to demonstrate. But this is how you're going to do it. You're going to put your cursor in cell A1. And then what I want you to do is push down and hold Shift Command on a Mac or Shift Control on a Windows. And then look for the right arrow key, and while you're holding Shift Command or Shift Control, do the right arrow, and that brings you all the way to the last row of data, and then the down arrow, which gives you all the way to the bottom row of data. And this captures all of the actual data that you want to bring into PriceBoss. And then all you have to do is copy it. And then we're going to bring that over into PriceBoss. And I'm going to go into this yellow cell. Now we're going to overwrite the headers here, and that's okay because notice we're capturing the headers from the DataTree data. So now all I have to do is, actually I think I'm going to have to use my keyboard for this. So I'm going to do Command V on my Mac, and it's going to paste it all in. That would be Control V if you were on a Windows, and boom, it puts it all in. And notice after it puts the information in, it puts all of the APNs here in the first column. That's important because that's for how the rest of the process is going to work. But it's automated. You don't have to worry about it. All you have to do is click into the yellow cell and hit paste, and it'll bring it all in. Now we want to format this and get it into the right format for how we want to work. So all you have to do is click this format button, and it's going to take care of everything for you. And boom, there you see it. So this is your formatted data. Now this is optimized for land speed, but it will work just as well with any other way that you work, any other programs you work with. It's got all the information you're going to need. We've got the name, first and last name, APN, property state, property county, subdivision. This is your sub-county area, okay? And this is where we're going to put the this is how we're going to relate this data to our the pricing work that we just did. Owner address and information, legal description, property address, lat long. This is a link to the data tree. If I was to bring that over, it will bring me, it'll bring me to that exact property. I'm not going to do it. It'll bring me to that exact property in the data tree. Assessed value. Now notice this is where our pricing information goes. At the moment there's nothing there. I'll explain that in just a moment. And we've got section, township, range, some information around tax delinquency. Is the owner in state or out of state? If there's any deed information or prior deed information, it'll show up here. So that's all of the information that we're going to see here. Now, the reason we need to get these sub-county areas to match what we did. So I'm going to just play with this a little bit so that you'll be able to see it. So remember, I'm going to go back to offer analysis, that we got information for two zip codes, 86046 and 86320. So what I'm going to do is, here in sub-county, I'm just going to put that in here, 86046, and I'm just going to copy it down for half of them, and then we'll put 86320 for the second half. And now you'll notice that we're going to start seeing the pricing information. Give it a second. It's going to do some calculation. It's going to populate all of this. So what's happening here, what this calculation is doing, is it's saying find where over in that offer analysis table, where the sub-county area equals 86046. Where did it go? There it is. Equals 86046, and then find out which split it should come from based upon the parcel size, and then give me the correct price per acre based upon that. So it's doing a lot of work there, and now you can see all my pricing is done. So I'm going to have, this is my market price per acre, this is my ranged price per acre low, my range price per acre high, and my blind offer price. Notice that the range low and the blind offer are always the same. Now let's just do a quick test here. This is 4889. So we're in 86046, and we're at 0.23 and we're at 0.23 acres. So 86046, 0.23 acres. So let's come back to offer analysis. This is 86046. 0.23 is between 0 and 0.5, so it should be 21.255 or $21,255 per acre is our offer price. All right, and now I'm going to use my calculator. And so we're going to say 21,255, and I think it was 0.23, right? 4888.65. Rounded up to 4889. And that is exactly what we've got right there. So that's how all this is getting figured out. So if you don't have the right sub-county area that matches something where you've already created the splits with, it's not going to come up with anything because it's not going to be able to match it up. You also need to make sure your parcel sizes match up with the splits that you've created. But if those things are all filled out, it'll automatically price the entire list for you, and now you're ready to mail. So this is some, each one of these is very, very specific, because now we know the exact market price based upon the sub-county area and the price and the size of the property, and every single sub-county area will have its own splits. So extremely accurate pricing, and that's all there is to it. Now you may want to download this to an Excel sheet now that it's all formatted and priced, and if you want to do that, just click this button that says prepare the list for download. And notice how this box just changed. It says that it would download when it's ready. Well, now it's ready. I can see that the click here to download the Excel list. As soon as I put my cursor over it, I get this box below it. I come down here and I can click on it, and it's going to download the Excel file for me. I can either open it. Well, let's just do it. Let's just open it. There it is. Let's come over and we can see all of the pricing information is right there. And I like to add this information up here as well. This is just so I know for this list with the state, the county, the subdivision, zoning, acreage, assessed value, whatever the criteria is that I used to filter my list, I put it in here, and that way when I go back, if I want to go back to that county and get more data, I can review this criteria and select different criteria to make sure I'm not getting duplicate data. But that's all there is to it. There's your entire list, priced, ready to go.